everyone. It's time for another episode of 10K Dollar Day. This week, we're talking about food poisoning, seasickness, and wedding dresses.
Ooh, they're gonna be saying, "I do."
Here we go. In sickness or in health.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to another episode of 10K Dollar Day. This is the comedy podcast about imaginary luxury travel, where every week we take a fake $10,000 and we spend it in a real place around the world in 24 hours, all because a listener has given us a magic word. And hint, 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 it's in the title of the episode, but it's really fun to wait for it and act like you don't know. All right, I'm Allison Burns.
I'm Lulu Picard.
And we're so excited to have you here with us today for episode 283. That's it.
I don't know why we ever had me intro these episodes. Ever since we switched over to you doing it, every time you do it, I'm like, this is clearly what should have happened since the beginning. And you're just so good at it. You actually script it out. I can tell that you write things down. You're
You're
just
so
killing
funny.
it.
Oh, well, thanks. Well, you know what? Let's just jump into our next session, which I like to call Where in the World is Lulu?
When does this episode come out?
It's also my next favorite question. And for those of you who don't know, Lulu is on tour right now with a Broadway musical. So that's why we play this little game.
It's called
And
1776. We could use the press. Let's not talk around it. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Yeah.
1776, a very important year.
It
All right.
is.
So this episode comes out on May 24th. So hi, May
Oh,
24th.
I'm older now. Okay,
Oh, that's
so,
right. You celebrated your birthday
the
over the
week of my
weekend.
birthday, yes. So that means that right now I am on my layoff, which sounds like a fancy word for, oh, you get time off and really means you get a paycheck off, but you do get
Okay.
time off. So
Yeah.
I'm in Orlando,
Yay!
possibly hanging out with you in real time, maybe.
Oh, that'd be fun.
It would be good. Oh, sorry, that's my alarm. But let me tell you that while we record this, I am in San Diego.
Yes.
And right now, my voice is doing okay.
Okay.
But I was not in the show yesterday. I will
Oh,
not be in the
no.
show this afternoon because California is gorgeous and the
Yeah.
flowers hate me.
Oh, no.
I
Allergies.
never in my life have I had like flower allergies, pollen allergies. Like that's not something that I think about or like keep, like it's just never been a thing. But California is in a super bloom.
Oh,
They had tons and tons of drought for many
okay.
years. And then all of a sudden, it rained a ton, like maybe a few weeks ago or a month ago.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So the good thing is, it is beautiful in California right now. There are wildflowers everywhere. I
Oh,
mean,
wow.
it is like a Pixar movie. I'm in Coco every day. You
Oh,
know what
that's
I mean?
really cute.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. So if you are in California, I hope that you've gone somewhere to go look. You can even find websites that tell you where to go see wildflowers
That's
if you're in
cool.
California. Um, I'm allergic to apparently all of them.
That's crazy.
And then for fun, I went to what was great, the San Diego Zoo's wildlife safari park,
Okay. Oh, right, right, right.
which is like half a zoo park
Yeah.
and then half a savanna.
Okay.
This is probably super taboo to say, but it's very similar to Animal Kingdom at Disney World. But I'm sure
Okay.
the zoo people would be like, we were here first, and this is like a major research facility. And be like, yeah, I know. But also, it's kind of like
Oh.
Animal Kingdom.
Yeah, yeah, gotcha.
And we paid extra to take a little safari vehicle onto the savannah.
Yeah,
Allison, this would have been your dream because you love to see an animal in a habitat.
I do.
Like it's
From a
your
safe space.
Yeah. We
Okay.
were on this car, it went into the savannah. Every single tour is different, which we know is true because we had friends on the one just after us, and they went to completely different areas because the animals had moved.
Oh, that's
Because
so
they get
cool.
full license in this giant, I wanna say, like, 1,800-acre
Oh
savanna,
my gosh. This
and
is
we
in San Diego?
yeah, I know, and then we drove through, uh, Cape Buffalo. They were, like they stopped in the middle of the road, they were, like, staring at us down,
Yeah,
and they
yeah,
had
yeah.
to get permission from the zookeepers that we could drive through, and even the driver was like, "I've never done this before," and they were, like, staring at you, "What are you doing?" And you're like, "Sorry, I just paid so
Cool.
much for you."
That's amazing.
It's really great, and they have a I love zoos, and I'm always worried that animals in captivity are having a terrible time.
Yeah.
But I have learned by going to like good zoos that good zoos are really like protecting the animals and trying to make sure that the species continue and they're, trying to learn about them and
Yeah.
San Diego is absolutely in that category. So it was really cool. And I saw what might be my new favorite animal,
That's exciting. What is it?
a white rhinoceros,
Oh, that's cool.
because they look like Shar dogs, but they're big, giant rhinoceroses,
Do they have
and
hair?
okay, they don't look like they have hair, they look like like a rhino kinda looks like it would be leathery,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
but I talked to someone who pet them, and they said that they're actually covered with fine hair, and they feel very smooth and
Oh.
fine hair, but you can't see that, but I am obsessed with the way that their skin folds around their joints. They look
Oh,
like chubby little infants.
that's
You
so
know, like, you know,
cute.
babies have a little bit too much knee fat
Oh, yeah.
or thigh fat.
What do they call them? The tire what's that? The Goodyear
I don't
tire?
Yeah, and like when babies will have that, that's kinda like what rhinos have, and the fat kind of
Oh,
like goes over their shoulders and stuff. It's adorable. Anyway,
that's so
they're
cute.
giant animals. They probably wouldn't love being called adorable, but I love them. So that's my news. I'm in San Diego, but later I'll be in Orlando. I have allergies. The zoo is great.
Oh, well, good. That's good news.
We have
All
more
right.
news.
We do. What is it?
We have more news because this is episode what?
283.
Which means in less than 15 episodes, we will be at episode 300. Here's
That
the
is
deal,
right.
y'all. We want to celebrate. We are we have like a little over 3 months, so this is doable,
Yeah.
right? We want to celebrate. We have one giant proposition of what we should do for that 300th episode. We like said proposition. I know said person is listening to this. It is requiring a lot of work, which I'm not scared of. But my curiosity is, in case you don't read our newsletter and you didn't know that we solicited opinions, uh, we're wondering how we can celebrate our 300th episode. And we are open to anything, like
Yes.
any ridiculous gag, any money raising for charity, anything that kind of sits in the 10K wheelhouse where we can do something silly and also good at the same time, because I think that's
Yep.
kind of what we do.
Yep.
Like I said, we have one proposition on the table that we're gonna have to go with if none of you come up with anything else, and we're gonna do it. But but if there's anyone else that doesn't require 7 days of streaming, uh, we're good. But again, we're we're ready. Is
We're ready.
that was, like, so vague, but
No,
anyway.
I like it. I like it. People will wonder what it is, and then maybe it'll make their own, wheels start turning. They can think of some cool ideas for us too.
Yeah, please reach out and just let us know. And even if you are not one of the people who regularly interacts with us on the Facebook group or Instagram, or you don't regularly email us, if you're like, "Hey, what about this?"
Yeah.
Yeah, let's chat. We would love to see what your ideas are. Okay,
Yeah.
Ellie, back to you 12 minutes later.
Yeah. Well, let's start talking about obsessions. I am obsessed right now with, well, See, now I said it once it came out of my mouth and I was like,
What?
"Am I obsessed or do I just have to do it?"
Do you just have to do okay, what is it?
So what's happening lately is I feel like this podcast is literally a diary of my body shutting down.
That's just because we've been doing it for so long, we just keep getting older.
Yeah, like 5 years later, like my obsessions used to be like a good wine. And now I'm like, here we go. My obsession is my new stretching program because my knees are starting to hurt when I sit for too long.
Wait a minute. Your
I have
knees hurt
times have changed.
when you sit?
Yes. Well,
What does
no,
that
when I go to
mean?
get up. So if I sit in one place for too long, like at my desk editing or even on the floor, like hanging out with the kids, and then this old lady tries to stand, what is happening? I am like my knees hurt. I'm like slowly trying to like put my body back into a standing position. It's not nice right now. So I've been obsessed with like trying to stretch. And I say good stretch program. I've just looked up some really good stretches and I'm trying to do them daily. And now I'm like obsessed with it because I don't want to be that lady who, when I get off the couch, goes, uh, oh, right. I don't want to do that. I
Are
want
you
to
right now making the sounds?
I am internally making them. I haven't gotten outwardly
Oh,
yet, but it's coming. So
yeah.
I gotta start obsessing over stretching. So that was why as I went to say it, I was like, this isn't necessarily something I wanted to obsess about. Like I just have to do it. It's something
Okay,
that I
well,
have to make my obsession or else I'm gonna fall apart.
then we support your obsession. I think it's a great obsession, and I support you being obsessed with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow, we're old because my obsession
Oh no.
no, it's true though. I was thinking about this because like especially with the anniversary coming up, I was thinking about our first few episodes, our first year of episodes or whatever. And all we did was drink
Yeah, a lot.
a lot. Like
Just had
we drank
fun.
a lot. And
Yeah.
now I think the last 10K day thing I did, I just took naps. Like that's how it's changed.
Oh my gosh, that's so
Anyway,
funny.
my obsession, my old lady obsession, Allison, is these vapor inhaler tubes you can buy now at the grocery store, the CVS or the pharmacy.
Okay.
They're kind of super old school, but I've just noticed them come back and they have like essential oils in them of some sort. And it's like a little tube and it fits in one nostril. And
Okay.
you can shut the other nostril and kind of breathe in and it'll clear your sinuses.
Oh, cool.
And that it's been on the market a little bit as like, you know, eucalyptusy type of things to clear. And now they have like flavored ones, like almost mimicking like the flavored oxygen bars from when we were, you know,
Oh,
clubbing.
that's when that first came out, and we were all like,
Yeah. But
"What? Natural
now
high."
our generation is like, okay, so flavored oxygen bars are out, but flavored vapor bars are in
That's
because we're all old
cool.
now. Yeah, I love them. And I keep them. Yesterday actually I had one in my pocket during the show that I
Yeah,
would literally have to like turn up stage and clear my sinuses once in a while.
I'll have to
And
try
at
that.
that point, I was like, maybe I shouldn't be doing the show anymore. Maybe I
Oh,
should
yeah.
take the day off. Yeah.
Yeah, rest up. Alright, my wish list is I want okay, so we don't have a what's that thing called? Now I can't remember. It takes off dirt instantly. Um, pressure washer.
Okay.
We don't have one. We always have to borrow one from the neighbor, but I love the immediate effects of it. And I found the other day, I haven't bought it yet, so it's my wish list. It's called the Jet Nozzle. And I want it because it's a 2-in-1 high quality pressure washer that hooks up to your garden hose.
Do the other ones not?
No, I think it's like its own thing.
I don't know. It's been a very long time since I pressure washed anything.
But now I'm wondering, does it?
I don't think they all do because otherwise where would they get the
I thought
water?
they had a what's it called? Not a cavity, but
Oh, like
a a
reservoir?
reservoir of water that was attached to it. It was like
Maybe.
and it plugged in and it was just like spraying it.
Okay.
I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this was more simple than I thought.
I I very much could be wrong. You are a homeowner and I live in hotels.
I mean, yeah, but I don't do a lot around the house, but this thing is only $39, so I was like, "I could buy that." So it's my wish list. I haven't done it yet. But also, here's my question. When you go to purchase it, 1 is $39, but you can get up to 4. Why would I need more? Do they, like, break down?
Now, why would you need 4 pressure washers?
Yeah, it literally says get 1, 2, 3, or 4, and you can, like, click on it. And I was like, "Why would I need more than 1?"
I think you should go with the pressure washer that says, "This is the only one you'll ever need."
Yeah, I know, I agree. Yeah.
Well, I'm glad we worked this out.
Yeah, so my wish list is for an actual pressure washer that I only need to buy 1 of ever. Disregard the link in my notes. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, right? Exactly.
What's on your wish list?
Okay, this is a super bougie wish list.
Love it.
Well, not kind of. It's also very specific to my job. So, I am on tour,
Okay.
but did you know, Allison, that back in the day, and there are people on this tour who have done this in their lifetime,
Okay.
they used to deliver the trunks, which we can carry 100 extra pounds of trunks that live on the truck.
Yeah.
They used to deliver them to the hotel rooms.
Really?
Yeah.
Why don't they do that anymore?
I don't know. Now they live at the theater and we have to carry things back and forth between the hotel room and the theater. But back in the old days of touring, they used to leave them outside your hotel room and you would drag them into your room.
Oh my gosh. That seems
I
like such a
know.
better idea for everybody.
Well, the funny thing is now we're in such small hotel rooms that
Yeah,
maybe it wouldn't have been the best idea, but I still feel like I would have loved the option.
absolutely.
That would have changed my life to have
Man.
the trunk here. Oh my gosh. So that's my wish list. I wish that touring felt as glamorous as the stories say it should have felt. How about
That's
that?
awesome. I love it. All right, well, let's feel some glam today. It's
All
time
right.
for 10K
Da, 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 I forgot
day.
that I have to sing that too. I
Fine.
always think it's the other one.
It's over.
Oh my God.
It's a 10K dollar day. Imaginary travel and a laugh or two. As we tell you all the crazy things we wanna do. We buy top drawer, but we don't really pay. So say what's your happy and you'll be our bae.
All right, so now it's time to hear our magic word. Let's hear it. The word today comes from Anissa Griego, and this word is negligence. And Lulu's going to tell us how she came to give us this word.
The funny thing is, so before that audio file was made, I actually asked Anissa in person what the word would be, and Anissa went negligence, like really quickly, went
Yeah.
negligence, and then went, "Why did I say that?" And I was
That's
like,
funny
"I don't
though.
know, but that's our word."
Because I was wondering if like they were in the midst of something, right? Because I
In the
always
midst
think,
of act 1, yeah, that's
yeah.
about it. Yeah, no.
That's amazing. All right. So where are you
Okay,
taking us today?
well, that's a good question. We are going to an island that is either called Shenshan, Shengxi, or Sheshan, and I think it is depending on the translation, and we are in China,
Ooh, okay.
near Shanghai, kind of, but
Okay.
it's
Very
an island
cool.
on its own. Yeah, so you can do a lot of day trips to this area from Shanghai, I found, but we're gonna pretend we're just gonna hang out at the island.
Okay.
So, like I said, I could have stayed in Shanghai. I
Yeah.
didn't. There are no super expensive hotels by this island.
Okay.
So instead, we had to rent a yacht.
Okay.
Yeah. Can we actually afford this yacht? No.
No. Okay.
But here's the thing. This yacht is $120,000 a week,
Oh, okay.
which is a little over $17,000 a day,
Holy moly.
which is about $715 an hour.
Oh my gosh. Okay, okay, but I like the math.
Okay. So I got the yacht for 8 hours.
Okay.
That's going to cost $5,720.
Oh my gosh.
But it's where we're sleeping and we can eat there because it actually
Yeah.
includes your all of your meals when you charter a super yacht.
Well, I would hope so.
It also has all of these toy things. It's got like stand-up jet skis, underwater sea scooters, like a sea bob, two stand-up paddle boards. There's lots of gym equipment. There's water skis, there's wakeboards, donuts, fishing equipment, gym equipment, foam
Oh,
rollers. Like they've got all sorts of stuff on the boat just for
that's really
us.
cool.
So really we're saving money.
Yeah. No, that's really cool. I would love to do that one day.
Oh, yeah, who wouldn't?
Yeah,
Rent a yacht?
I
Like,
know.
yeah, okay, me too. For $700, you can do it for an hour, although
An hour?
I don't think they let you do that. I think you
Probably
have to
not.
do it by the week. Uh, so one thing that I did learn about boats, which I did not know, you should either always be barefoot
Why?
or you have to buy boat shoes because it's kind of like the high school gym, it'll scuff it. You can't wear just any shoe.
Oh, I thought it was a safety thing, like it's too slippery.
Mm-mm. So there's no
Interesting.
like, let's wear fancy shoes to our fancy dinner. It's all barefoot all the time.
I had no idea.
Yeah. Or you can get a deck shoe, which PS we're doing because they're
Oh, yeah.
expensive. So in this area, which is Shenshan, that's what I'm going to call it,
Okay.
island, they really specialize in seafood. Now, a bunch of sites said it's known for its seafood. Go get seafood. And I was like, great. Allison and I love seafood. And then I saw all these reviews that were like, we traveled and all of us got food poisoning. Well, here's
Oh.
the thing. I lived in China for 2 months. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're gonna get food poisoning. It's not because the food's dirty. It's because their water's different than our water, and we're not used to the little microorganisms in their water
Oh,
instead of the water we grew up. Like they come over here and they get stomach trouble.
interesting.
And it can happen with soups. You have to be really careful with soup, hot drinks, cold drinks with ice in them because the ice will melt. And it's literally just because they're not getting sick every day,
Yeah.
right? So it's just our
Yeah.
bellies that aren't used to it.
That's crazy.
But who wants to mess with that? And luckily we have food on the boat.
Yeah.
But I made sure that there's more than 2 bathrooms on the yacht. There's actually 4.
Okay.
So we're ready.
Man, that's a big yacht.
I know it's amazing. It's 4
Yeah.
cabins. Each cabin has their own bathroom.
That's insane.
Right. It's so
Yeah.
okay. I know you're getting so excited. I need to
I
look you in the
know.
eye right now, Allison. We are not rich enough to do this even if we save up.
Ever.
There's
Yeah.
no there's no like, well, let's save up for a while and do it for our 300th episode. Off the table. Off the
Yeah.
table.
Never.
Okay. So I made us a little kit just in case our stomach gets crazy while we explore. We've
Got
got
it.
charcoal pills, we have Pepto, we have Kleenex, we have electrolyte drinks, and we have saltines.
Nice. Okay.
As
Because I do
somebody
get a little bit seasick.
Oh, I do too. I
Yeah.
can too. Yeah. Okay. So now it's time to adventure. And we are going to the abandoned village of Hao Tao Wan. It is as neglected a place as you can find.
Wow. You can go? It's like open?
You can go, and it is beautiful. It's an old fishing village
Okay.
that was once home to more than 2,000 fishermen. But in the early 1990s, it had kind of gotten to a head. Like there was no way to educate the kids there, and there weren't enough roads to deliver lots of food there, kind of with the modernization of the world.
Yeah.
And so people started moving to Shanghai because it was so close.
That's
And
okay.
now there's really only a handful of people that live there. But this fishing village has become so overgrown with ivy and plants and all that kind of stuff that it looks like a fairy tale village
Wow.
of abandoned places, and you can just walk around.
That's crazy.
The locals have named it Wuren Kun.
Okay.
I hope that was right in that copy paste. Might be completely wrong, which means no person village.
But there are people, right?
Yeah, there's like a handful. So
Okay.
apparently this went viral in like 2016. Like someone took a drone shot,
Oh
put it
my
on the internet.
gosh.
Everyone went crazy. They had 0 tourists, and then all of a sudden they had like 90,000 tourists.
Oh my goodness.
And
Do
it's
they
not
have
a
the facilities to accommodate that type of thing?
I'm glad you asked because since 2016 they have installed a viewing platform so you
Wow.
can like stand and see it kind of with that drone eye view that I
Mhm.
was telling about, and you can also buy a ticket to hike through the village. So it's all open, but you do have to pay.
Wow.
And we're doing that. The viewing platform is only $3 each.
Oh,
The
that's
hiking,
great.
yeah, it's fine. The hiking ticket is $8 each.
Okay.
So we're gonna go explore this super abandoned, derelict place. And they say that
Yeah.
you can go into the houses, you can come
That's so
out.
crazy.
I know.
That'd be
And
a
well,
cool place to film,
wait.
like a
Have you gone
movie.
have you gone down that rabbit hole yet?
No?
Abandoned places?
No?
So on YouTube, there are all of these people who go to abandoned hotels, mansions, hospitals, office buildings, malls, and they will
Really?
go through, and some of them are like full of graffiti, and some of them are just frozen in time.
That's crazy.
And you can watch these walkthroughs on YouTube. And I've seen a couple where they go through like old abandoned homes and they open drawers and they
Oh,
like see, yeah, it's good. It's a good time.
that would be awesome.
And
I'd
there
totally
seems
be
to
in
be
for
some
that.
sort of code too, where if you can't tell what the building is in general, they won't tell you what the building is. I think so other people won't go and just because most of these YouTube videos, they're being very respectful with the place
Yeah,
and they don't
that's
want
good.
people to like just go and think.
Interesting.
Anyway,
Yeah.
so we're going to examine this entire abandoned fishing village. We're going to walk around, we're going to open doors, we're going to take pictures, and then we're going to do a photo shoot in the abandoned tree covered buildings of Haotao 1.
Okay.
Did you know that there is a site called stillwhite.com, which sounds a little problematic,
Yeah, sure.
but is actually an online wedding dress resale shop?
Oh, that's cool.
All they do are wedding dresses, and you can search by size, you can search by location just so they're near you. You
That's
can search
really
by everything.
cool.
I know.
And they're
I
all
thought
probably
so too.
discounted, right? So if you were like needing something discounted.
You only buy direct from the bride.
Oh, that's cool too.
Yeah, so it's kind of like eBay or whatever, but just for wedding dresses.
Interesting. I should sell mine.
Yours wasn't a white wedding dress.
Oh, it has to be white.
Well, it has to be one that looks like a wedding dress.
Yeah, I guess
But
that's
you
the
look
whole point. Still
how did you
white.
don't you still use yours though to
I
do
do. I
things in?
wear it
You look
randomly.
gorgeous in it.
Thanks.
Because you should tell them you didn't wear a traditional
No,
wedding
it had
dress.
like flowers all over it.
Yeah,
And yeah.
it was beautiful. Okay. So, I got each of us a dress for around $1,500.
Okay, that's actually real good.
Yeah, because the most expensive dress on that site, and remember, you're buying a used dress
Right?
direct from a bride.
Yeah.
How much money do you think the most expensive wedding dress on a resale site would be?
I mean, people are crazy and also they spend tons of money too. So let me guess 10 grand.
$68,000.
That's more expensive than most cars.
It's used.
That's insane.
Yeah. It
That's
was
insane.
it was a
That's
ball
crazy.
gown style. It was clearly hand beaded
Oh my
and
gosh.
it was coming from Dubai.
Wow. Hand beat it. Oh, I mean, that's cool. Man.
I know. Okay,
Yeah, that's
but we just
crazy.
got a solid little $1,500 dress.
Okay. I love it.
And then I've bought a drone before for 10K to take
Yes.
pictures,
So you
but
still have it?
normally,
Just kidding.
yeah, right. So I brought it from Spain. And normally I buy the most expensive drone that's super fancy, but this time I got the entry level drone,
Okay.
which they say is also very good by our favorite brand, DJI. I didn't say that as right at all. They're like, thanks for the endorsement. Actually, say our name correctly. DJI. JI. Sometimes when there are acronyms or not an ex or if there are groups of initials
Yes.
together and I try to say the initials fast, I say the wrong initials. Like the G and the
Yes.
J mix up for me.
Well, that's because it has to be anything that sounds the same is gonna be hard to say back to back. DJ, JG, stuff like that.
So the next thing that we could do in this area, because it's what most people do, is
Sure.
sunbathe on the beach. Because remember,
Ooh.
I said it's like a fishing village and everything, but we have the yacht.
Oh, right.
We're gonna go sunbathe on the yacht,
Yeah, let's do that.
and therefore we need deck shoes.
Okay. Oh, right, you had
Remember?
mentioned that. Yes.
Yeah. So we're getting ours. There's lots of options, but we're getting ours from wazos.com
Was oh,
because
okay.
they will personalize your deck shoes with like a fancy embossed stamp, and ours can say 10K.
Oh, that's cute.
I know.
Yeah, I like
And
that.
then we're gonna have dinner on the yacht. We'll probably end up making some stupid social media videos on our fancy yacht with all of our weird toys they left for us. We already have unlimited snacks and beverages. At
Oh,
this point, everybody, I am not at 10,000. I'm at
okay.
9,520. But remember, I could only afford the yacht for 8 hours.
That's right.
So with the rest of the money, we actually have to go stay like at a hostel on the island.
Oh my god, that's amazing. Of course. Let's do it.
Because yeah, I'll pick the right 8 hours, so maybe we can sleep
Yeah.
there, but just to let you know, we don't have it the whole time. And that brings my total to $10,000.
Woo! Hey, 10K Dollar Day listeners, do you have a business or organization that you want to promote right here on 10K Dollar Day? Well, you can do it, and here's how.
You can have your ad permanently embedded in an episode, you could sponsor a blog post, get shout outs on social media, and we will write the ad copy for you, and we will even say it with our professional voices.
That's right. Not like she just did. It's so easy, and believe me, it's so worth it. All right, so that's what Lulu would do with 10K in
The place where you can see negligence but pretty.
Ooh.
That's terrible. Shenshan Island in China.
But here's what we would do if we had $10,000 to give away. So, normally when I am researching a charity with the magic word, I literally type in, giving all my secrets away, the name, like the magic word, and then the word charity, just to see what pops up. Well, if you type in negligence charity, everything that pops up is all about clinical negligence, right?
What
It
is that?
just
Oh, is
like,
that like medical malpractice
yeah,
or
like
something?
medical malpractice. So I went down that hole and I said, okay, we'll give back to some sort of clinical, a website. So I found chorusworldhealth.org. They help equip just life-saving, like, equipment to lifesavers all over the world, from medicine, vaccination, prenatal care, nutrition support. They put that all in place. But what's cool is that they partner with communities and serve local organizations. So they have what they call a locally owned approach, because they say that's the best way to deliver care where it's needed most, is if you think on a local level. So even though their website is about world health, they're individualizing that health into local communities. And they have a really easy way you can donate once or donate monthly. And so if you check out their website, you can go and they have a whole FAQ page. You can just see all the things that they're doing around the world. And they're just getting equipment and supplies to healthcare workers all over in order to protect and save lives in communities.
Beautiful. I
So, what
love
did
that.
you find?
Well, I went to negligence and my brain went a different place. So I found the Barbara Sinatra Children's Center,
Okay.
which is actually in San Diego, or in California, which is the
Yeah.
state I'm in as we record. And the mission of the Barbara Sinatra Center, which was founded by Frank and his wife, Barbara
Yeah.
Sinatra, is to counsel physically, sexually, and emotionally abused children and to focus on prevention, community education, and breaking the cycle of generational abuse. No kid is ever turned away because they
Oh,
can't pay,
I love
which I think
that.
is super, super important.
Yes.
So they do individual therapy, group, family therapy. They really try to work with breaking the cycles in the
Mhm.
families and doing family wide education, which I love.
Yeah.
And they also have a video series, which I kind of think is adorable to kind of like show children to give them the words that they need to say no, or or
Yeah.
the knowledge that what is right and what is not right. And I just kind of love that they put together this whole YouTube series. They did it with child advocates, therapists, and scholars, and they're these little cartoon characters that
Yeah.
like talk about things and try to make kids' self-esteem go up, because they say that the the greatest um, tool that a child has is confidence
Oh, I love that.
in a situation like that, because
Yeah.
what they do is try to take that away from you.
Yeah.
So the
Okay.
Barbara Sinatra Children's Center.
All right, perfect. All right, if you guys have a charity that you want us to feature, please reach out to us at 10kdollarday at gmail.com. And also, we'd love to hear about your happies. I love when one of our listeners post on the Facebook page, which is 10K Dollar Bays. We have a private group there that people share their happies all the time. We've had a few graduation announcements pop through this month, which is awesome. So we love hearing about your happy. Now, my happy made me laugh today. And I don't want anyone to think that I'm ungrateful when I say this happy, because
Okay.
today when we're recording this, it's actually Mother's Day. So I just got back from church, and the church gave all of the mothers a little bag with a gift inside. Okay. And there was tissue paper, so you couldn't really see what the gift was. So I received the gift, and thank you, mother. Happy Mother's Day. So I'm walking out with a girl that I sing with, and I was like, "Oh, I wonder what they got us." And she was like, "Oh, I hope it's chocolate." And I was like, "Oh, yeah." And so I opened the bag, or I put my hand in the bag, and I feel this little thing, and I was like, "What is this?" And at first I thought maybe it was like, like those like the thing of like bath salts that you can like tear open and put in, because
Yeah.
it like a little package. This just made me happy because it's so silly. And I am grateful. It's just the silliest thing. I pull it out. It is a single packet of tea. And on the label, it says probiotic. It's
Wait, really?
probiotic tea, one single
Wait,
probiotic
really?
tea. And I was like, the only way, I said out loud, the only way this could have been better if it had said menopausal support. Like, they put single packs of tea in each little bag, and I get it, you're being very, like, savvy, right? You bought a full tea case
But
and you put
the
one single.
packaging doesn't the packaging cost, like, almost more than the tea at that
Oh,
point?
absolutely. It made me laugh so hard, this little single packet of probiotic tea. Happy Mother's Day.
That's so funny. That kind of
I
feels like
know.
the bag that regional theaters give you when they forgot to
Yeah.
fill the swag bags,
Yep, for
and
opening
you're
night
like,
or something.
"Oh, you went to Trader Joe's. Got
Yep.
it."
Oh god, it
Yeah.
made me happy. So that was my happy today. I was like, "This is the best." It's so funny.
That's that's really funny.
Right?
Yeah, I
Oh,
love that.
what's your happy?
Ay, ay, ay. Okay, well, my happy is that I'm a little distracted right now because I'm so allergic, and it's really all I'm thinking about.
Yeah.
But my happy is that this is gonna sound really crazy. My happy is that I can call out of work, because
Yeah.
I've done many shows where I didn't have an understudy, or where the environment was such that you kind of felt guilty every single time you called in, which I do on my own anyway,
Sure.
you know?
Yeah.
So I was really glad to have a system where I could be like, I can't come in today. And Lisa Carlin went right in to play Chase. She's
Yeah.
amazing. And, no problems. Like, sure,
Right.
go home.
Yeah.
Great. Actually, what Chris Zaccardi actually said was, yeah, you should go home. I was with you yesterday and your cough sounds terrible. And I was like,
Oh,
thanks, Chris.
love it. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Again, send us your happies. We'd love to hear from you. 10K Dollar Day at gmail.com. All right. Now it's time for my favorite segment. It's a segment where Lulu doesn't have to sing anything at all. It's time for
10 10K Roleplay.
All right. What do you have for me
Okay.
today?
This is so weird.
Well, I
I
was
don't know
wondering.
what I was thinking when I wrote this down. But Allison, you forgot to brush your hair for the last 20 years.
Okay.
You have neglected your hair completely. I don't
Yeah.
know what effect that's going to have on you or
Yeah.
what the consequences of that are,
Right.
but we're going to talk about it. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Can you see yourself with your hair?
Yes, I see it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah.
All right. Allison, you're looking interesting. How are you doing?
I'm good. This is the last day of the challenge that I jumped on board with 364 days ago, and it was the Stop Brushing Your Hair challenge. It was one of
Mhm.
the reels that was going viral on Instagram, and so I decided to jump on the bandwagon. I was like, I can do that. And so this is day 364. Tomorrow's the last day. It's the last day, and then I can finally go shave it off.
Whoa. Oh, so you're going full shave after this.
Well, I think you're gonna have to because with the oil buildup that's happened, it's really done a lot of damage to the scalp. But once I was in, after 3 months of something, it becomes a habit. So my habit was not brushing my hair, and I was like, I've gone this far, I might as well keep it going. So, and the rat's nests that are on top, and I mean that literally. I've seen some creatures up there, in the past few days, especially. I think it's best just to start over at this point, but I'm really happy to get, the challenge out there for my 1 minute reel.
I hope that the trend is still viral.
Yeah, you know what? I haven't actually seen it viral lately. I'm hoping to bring it back. People have a short attention span. So I don't know if they remembered it from a year ago, but they will now. I'll bring it back.
Okay. All right. Well, what is your obsession right now?
Well, my obsession currently is the new pillowcase that I got. So it's been very hard to fall asleep lately because my hair is literally hard in some places. Like it's
Oh,
matted into hard corners of my head. So it's hard to sleep. But I got this new pillowcase. It actually, is like a sinkhole, so when I put my head in, my head actually sinks into the pillowcase and it develops around my head, so I don't have to, like, sit up on it, it actually kind of sinks in, and so, I'm able to sleep more comfortably with this pillowcase. It's called the sinkhole pillowcase, actually, ironically. Yeah,
ironic. Okay. That's interesting. Okay,
yeah.
cool. What is on your wish list right now?
Well, my wish list is I wish that I actually didn't have to shave my head because over the past year it has grown a lot. And so if you'll notice at the very, very tips, even though that's really, really tangled, my roots actually look really great and I've got my natural color back. So I wish I didn't have to shave it. So maybe actually my wish is for a really high power conditioner. They don't make it. They don't make one for people that haven't brushed their hair in an entire year. They make one for like little kids who like occasionally forget to brush their hair. They don't make one for
Right.
adults who have chosen not to brush it for 365 days a year. So maybe that's it. I wish that someone would create a really great conditioner that you could put on your head and then it would immediately take all of the rat's nest out and the tangles and all the breakage at the roots would be done, stuff like that.
Like a magic potion.
Just like a magic potion that would relieve all the trauma that I've done for the past
Oh,
year.
yes. Yes. Sorry, that triggered you.
Yeah.
Okay. So, what would you do with $10,000 if you had to spend it in one day?
Well, I think if I had to spend it in one day, I would invest in making the world's biggest hairbrush. I'm on a kick right now, and, I think I'm breaking a world record. I've reached out to Guinness. They haven't gotten back to me. But I'm pretty sure that I've gone by choice the longest without brushing my hair. So,
Uh-huh.
in case they don't get back to me, I was going to throw in the world's largest hairbrush, but you need money to build that. That's lots of plastic. It's lots of uh, piping for the
Oh,
bristles And then obviously the bristles can't be too rough on the head. So you got to have the styrofoam tips.
Those little bally things?
Yeah, the ball tips.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So to make all of that, plus I'd want to engrave it. So we're talking about that. It would cost a lot of money. So I would definitely spend that 10K on a giant hairbrush that would help me get into that Guinness Book of World Records, you know?
All right. Well, you're an entrepreneur too.
Yeah, it really sparked something in me.
I like that. All right. Well, if you had $10,000 to give away, how would you give it away?
I would give it to my local hairdresser. I've still been going in because I wanted to keep up my highlights. And And she's really been through it. There are days that
Okay.
it'll take us 48 to 72 hours to get a couple of highlights done. And she's been with me. She'll stay up 24 hours a day to try to process the hair, but she's never brushed it. And I can tell it's really hard for her. And she's even lost a couple of clients because of me, because when I come in, they run out the door. And so I would give her that 10K to just be like, listen, I may have lost you a few clients along the way over the past year, but here's for sticking with me.
Wow. Yeah, you definitely should give her $10,000 for
Yeah.
sure. She
Yeah.
deserves that. All right. So, what is your happy?
Well, my happy is that tomorrow's the last day of this challenge. It's hard to keep up. There was days that I woke up and I was like, I'd stick my fingers through my hair, about to brush it just naturally and be like, no, 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 don't do that. Don't do that. And it was demanding. It was mentally demanding to not brush my hair. Um, and I think my happy is the fact that it'll be over tomorrow and that my husband will move back in, which will be nice to have help again. And so yeah, that's my happy, is that I'll kind of get my life back. But it's been a great. It's been I don't regret the challenge, but the happy is that it's over.
All right. Well, listen, we're glad that you did it. It was wonderful talking to you. We'll talk to you again soon.
Thank you. All right, you ready for yours?
I love that you got highlights. It's so weird. Okay, yeah, I'm ready.
All right. I'm going to read what I wrote because it's long.
Okay.
All right. So, negligence is the failure to take proper care in doing something. Well, Lulu, you are a banana salesperson.
Mhm.
You have a banana cart that you set up every morning on a very busy running path. And for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, you eat your bananas and throw the peels on the path, resulting in runners taking quite a spill. You have been accused of negligence, but you think the runners should just watch where they're stepping.
What is going on in your brain? What did you just do? So weird.
Created a very specific story.
It was so
Based
specific.
a very unusual word.
Okay, I mean, I'm ready. I'm just amazed at your brain. All right. Okay, I'm a banana salesman. I'm on a
Yeah.
running path. I throw the
Yeah.
bananas, and
And
now
people
people are
fall.
mad at me. Okay,
Yes.
great. I got it. All right.
All right.
Yep.
All right. What is your obsession, banana salesperson?
Hey. Uh, well, my obsession is my new YouTube channel. It's a comedy channel,
Oh,
and I specialize in seeing people fall and
okay.
slip. And so what I'm really obsessed with is the fact that I've started to monetize, which
Yeah.
is really great. So now I'm getting like 2 cents per view of my banana videos. And I think it's going to be pretty lucrative. Like, I think this is
Okay.
going to let me quit my job and become an influencer.
Oh, I love that.
Hmm.
Perfect. Well, what's on your wish list?
Well, what I would like is a more hidden camera setup. I think it's pretty obvious what's happening right now. I'm next to the running path. I eat the bananas. I try to sell some bananas. I throw it down, and then the camera's right there. So I feel like most people can kind of figure out what I'm trying to do. So, what I would like to do is have a camera that can blend into the street signs and
Oh,
the trees and the environment around, just so they can't tell what's happening.
ah,
It might be illegal,
Oh, right.
what I'm talking about, but I do feel like having the camera so obvious is really affecting, the candidness of my
Yeah.
videos. Yeah.
Okay. All right. If you had $10,000 to spend, how would
Uh-huh.
you spend it on yourself, banana salesperson?
That's a really great question, and I think what I would like to do is maybe get a blender or
Oh,
2.
oh,
Maybe some
oh.
bread, maybe some honey. I like bananas, but it's getting a little boring. So I think I need other things to eat with the bananas, or maybe other ways to cook the bananas or prepare the bananas or puree the bananas in some way. I could make, baby food,
Okay.
like, if I really wanted to, I could do that on the side because
Okay.
what I really need are the peels.
Oh, right. Oh, right.
And my doctor says I have enough potassium. So I don't need the banana, So if I could find a way to repurpose the actual food,
Yeah.
then that would help me out.
Okay.
Mhm.
Oh, that's so random. Okay. If you had $10,000 to give away, where would you
Uh-huh.
give it?
Well, there's this other person that's doing a very similar thing, but he hasn't really figured it out. There's a cart a couple streets over that sells rubber chickens.
Okay.
And his whole thing is to put the rubber chicken down in the road and see if the runners like stop, if it like freaks them out or if they step over them. You
Oh.
don't know this, but there's a whole community of people making content based around runners who don't know something is happening because runners are the perfect target because they're coming too fast to see what's ahead of
Right.
them. So
Yeah.
I tried to do this earlier with the banana peels at the old folks' home, but they just would see the banana peel and then they would just go around it or just walk around really carefully. What you need is a runner
Right.
because they don't see it coming.
Just oblivious.
So all this to say, my buddy with the rubber chicken cart, he's close. You know what I mean? He's putting the rubber
Yeah.
chicken down and he's doing it right. But what I think he needs the spot right after the curve.
Mm.
And they wanna pay they're gonna charge him a little more to have that spot, but you really location, location, location,
Yeah.
like, if you can get right after a curve, ho, those runners are gonna slip and fall, let me tell ya.
Oh, you're so lucky. Oh, all right. And finally, well, I may know it, but what's your happy?
My happy is I never started running. I knew it was gonna be bad for me, I knew I didn't like it, and now that I found this whole other community, I feel like I can support runners, but not be one of them. I feel like we're creating content together. They may not
Mm,
feel that way, but I feel that way. And my knees are better. And the last thing I want are old lady knees. I don't want to like
yeah.
get off the couch after watching something and be like, like who needs that? Only losers do that. So I'm good. I'm just gonna keep selling my bananas.
Oh, way to bring it back. All right. Well, thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, thanks. I gotta go. I gotta eat more bananas.
All right, you guys, that brings us to the end of our podcast. If you had a great time today, I know we did. Check us out at 10kdollarday.com. Right there, you can sign up for our newsletter, you can listen to episodes, and you can become a subscriber on Patreon. That supports this podcast. So, this is a full time project with no paycheck attached to it. And I used to say no full time paycheck attached to it, but literally, there's no paycheck attached to it. So if you can just give $2 a month, that would help us in our quest to make a little bit of money and break even. We appreciate you. You can also just give once if you don't want to give every month. That's a donation too. So check
Yeah.
that out, 10kdollarday.com. All right, 10K Dollar Day is produced by 10K Dollar Day LLC. Intro by Stan Collins, 10K logo art by Jacob McAllister, the 10K jingle by Rockwell and Rose, the vintage 10K Saturday voiceover by Charlie Hume. Thanks as always to Buzzsprout. Let's end this how we end it every week with friends like us.
Who needs amenities?